Music tonight is courtesy of Cindo Santos. Cindo, love that music. So sweet, mellow. But right now, I want to introduce you to our speaker tonight. And right here we have quite the collection of books written by Ellen Kemmy. Now, when you look up there, you might notice that there's a lot of letters after her name. PhD, well, most of us know that one. How many know RN? Registered nutritionist or registered nurse? That's probably it. Okay. How about AHGRH? Okay. If anybody knows that one, you're going to win. Well, let's say we'll give you an extra white ticket. So who knows what AHGRH stands for? Okay, well, we just got out of giving a ticket away. What is AHGRH?
AHG is the American Herbalist Guild, and RH is a registered herbalist. If you're going to visit an herbalist, you want to know what kind of training they have. And if you want to be an herbalist, that's one of the many things that I do, is train people to be an herbalist. And when you're done with your training, you get what's called an RH, which is recognized as a registered herbalist. So that's what it is.
Okay, same drill. AHNBC. Well, let me first ask, how many people in this room have that professional designation? I'm sure there must be many of us. All right. Anyone in the room is an AHNBC? Nobody. Does anyone know what it stands for? Nutritionist. American Herbal Nutritionist. BC, well that might be from like the 2,000 years ago. No, that's not it. Let's find out. What is AHNBC?
Actually, there are a lot of us here, and we do have a monthly meeting. That is through the American Holistic Nurses Association. It is a recognized nurse specialist certification. In fact, because I have that, I don't have to take all kinds of ongoing credits through the Department of Education in Florida as a nurse, because it's recognized as an advanced holistic nurse. It's a certification. And we have a lot of people in that group here, and in fact, their meetings are open to the public, and it's always about some holistic topic. And we have it right here on Commercial Boulevard, just a little bit east of here, once a month.
So typically when we think of a nurse, we think, okay, I have a bandage, a little pain over here, bedpan, things like that, but not really. We're going to get some really advanced knowledge tonight. And rather than call this a lecture tonight, I'd like to scratch the word lecture and substitute wisdom talk. So I think it's more appropriate. We're going to not just hear a lecture, we're going to get a wisdom talk, up close and personal, from Ellen in a little while. So, how are we doing on food? Is anyone hungry?
You want to say dessert,
Huh?
Announce dessert.
Well, what about dessert? Well, what about the meal? Did anyone enjoy the meal?
Yeah, it was great.
Do you folks know where this food comes from? The earth, correct? Well, yeah, the answer is right over there. Chef Brooke Katz. Let's say we have a problem next month, and let's say Chef Brooke Katz is out of town, and we need someone who can prepare a catered spread like that for 100, 150 people. Can I have any volunteers?
Forget about
Are you sure, Barbara? She's not telling the truth. You're not being truthful, are you?
do it for $1 a person.
No, is that right? Are you a vegan chef also?
You are now.
Well, we'll call you, and maybe you can get a crash course in the fineries of vegan cuisine.
I'll be more than glad to teach you, you know. Some big shoes.
Yeah, so my point was that that man over there made all this food single-handedly. But he's done it before, maybe what, 500, 100 times, Brooke?
Closer with the 500.
500 times maybe? Like, Brooke, give us an idea. What would you consider a really big number for you to cater?
Singly, just by
Single
myself?
by yourself?
I guess about 250, 300, somewhere.
By himself. Usually you call a catering service and they have we have our kitchen staff. 1, 2, 3, all those people, they're going to make meal for 200 people.
I have servers.
But Brooke, do you do it like this? You run over here, and you run over there, and you run over there.
Actually, I have a turntable in the kitchen, so that all I have to do is just swing back and forth from sink to stove to...
I don't know if I thoroughly believe that, but meanwhile, it was probably a very enjoyable meal. Okay? Did it give you a taste of...
Still plenty left.
And there's plenty of food left?
And
Seconds?
Yeah, seconds. Thirds, fourths, whatever. I have plenty.
Wow.
And dessert will be in about 5 minutes.
Dessert is coming out in 5 minutes, but feel free to go back for seconds. By the way, what's for dessert?
We have blueberry marble cake for those who are not gluten-free. And then for those who are, or just are raw or want something lighter, we have winter watermelons.
Watermelon.
Watermelons. So,
Something for everyone.
that's it.
Okay, well, dessert should be no letdown following that great meal. So why are we doing this? Why would Chef Brooke and EarthSave, which is a local organization, as far as I know, neither organization has $1 million in the bank. So why would we give you a free dinner and a nice evening like this? Well, I'll tell you, because the name of the event is the description of the event. Try vegan. We want you to try it. I mean, the idea that there are vegans and non-vegans, that really doesn't hold up, because almost every one of us is kind of dancing with the mixture of vegan things and non-vegan things. You know, part of the healthy vegan lifestyle is keeping a low carbon footprint for the benefit of the earth. Another part of it is avoiding cruelty to animals. And it happens that eating them involves a good amount of cruelty. So we don't look at someone as, are you really a vegan? If you're not, what we're really here to do is to give you sampling. We want you to taste the food, taste the concepts, you know, taste the ideas, taste the values that we talk about. You know, it's a pretty big value to talk about compassion and to talk about sustainability. Like, these are the things that really will make the world work or fail. If there's not enough compassion in the next 50 years, if we keep going and let society run on overfishing the oceans. Does anyone have an idea how many sea creatures were killed last year by the fishing industries? I mean, I mentioned 40 billion pigs, chickens, ducks, cows, standard food animals, you know? Then there are deer and other animals that are hunted. But when you think about 40 billion animals, every second there are hundreds of these animals being slaughtered, chopped up, you know, and put into packages. But guess how many animals are taken out of the ocean? Like, let's say last year. Just give me like a rough guess. If it's 40 billion on land, what would it be in the ocean? Any guesses? She said trillion. Trillion. You know, we have the oceans being crisscrossed by tremendous shipping vessels, these huge vessels that are fishing vessels. They drag nets that are like 3 miles long, 2 miles wide, and they drag them behind these tremendous boats, and they scoop up everything. A lot of them drag it along the bottom. They scoop up every creature that's in their way, and then they harvest the ones that they want. But guess what happens to the other ones? They're just collateral damage. I mean, so it's actually basically proven right now that human beings have wiped out half of the animal population of the earth in just the last maybe 30 years. And that's one reason why we're saying try vegan.